what's happening within the chemical sector, especially in the light of some of these global players coming out and sounding off warning signals of a slower demand coming by. Have the chemical sector's margins then normalized? Can we expect a recovery in the second half? And should you be, as an investor, looking at investing in some of these names? Let me take it across to Lisa, my colleague, and firstly highlight what's really going on with the sector and the stocks thereof.
Right. So let me take you how these chemical companies, they performed in Q1. So Q1 saw a continued dismal performance for the chemical companies, and it was attributed to a double whammy kind of situation. Well, on one hand, the China dumping that led to impact on the pricing pressure, which hit the realization. And on the other hand, the subdued demand conditions that hit the volumes. So yes, it was a double whammy kind of situation, and also slew of warnings coming in from global companies, where one company, Lanxess, also highlighted and they warned of a Lehman 2 kind of crisis in the chemical industry. So that does create some kind of shudders. But then coming back to the earnings, sharp cut was seen in the earnings, but the valuation has not corrected that much. And also the capex plans has remained unhindered, and there's not much deferment in the capex plan. So that goes to show that the management, they are expecting that these challenges are temporary, and that management also highlighted that the recovery is anticipated in the second half of FY24. So yes, there are medium-term challenges, but the long-term story for the chemical industry, that remains intact on the back of structural drivers. And this is on the back of two reasons. One is that India is growing at a better pace than most of the major companies, major regions, as well as the Indian chemical companies, they are still a preferred suppliers over China. So yes, we also, these are the challenges and these are the long-term drivers, but then we also need to watch out for how the demand will pan out going forward, whether this demand slowdown will continue for an extended period of time, and whether this China dumping will continue for longer than expected. So that was on the chemical check.